The forest people are healers. You see this sock here on my leg? This compression sock? You see that?
Yes.
This compression sock I've been wearing for quite a while. Well, why are you wearing it, Matt? Because in 2012, Cynthia, my fiance, was a wonderful woman and allowed me to postpone our Valentine's dinner in 2012 one night so I could play in a city league basketball game. At that time I was 50. I was playing against a bunch of 20 and 30-year-olds. They were beating on me. I'm 6'9", over 300 pounds. I've been playing basketball my whole life. If you're big, they beat on you. And the refs allow them to beat on you. So they're beating on me, and I'm getting tired of them beating on me. So I'm throwing these 20 and 30-year-olds all over the floor. They're getting mad because the old fart is throwing them all over the floor. I dove for a loose ball in the game because I'm competitive. Ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I played to win. That's why I was All-State in high school, an honorable mention All-American in high school. I was one of the best 100 high school players in the nation. I got my hands on the loose ball at the age of 50. One of those guards stepped on my left leg from behind. Severed my Achilles tendon. My first basketball injury in my entire life. I never felt so much pain. I got up off the floor with the help of people. I made my way over to the corner hopping. I tried to move my foot, my left foot, and I couldn't move it at all. It was dangling there. And I thought, dang, I just severed my Achilles tendon. 2 days later, I went into surgery. I almost died because they gave me this medication so they could put this tube down my throat so I could breathe. And nobody knew I was allergic to that medication, and I almost died. I stopped breathing. They had to bring me back. 2 days after that, I was on a plane flying to New Orleans so I could speak about my parenting program. After that, I flew to Las Vegas so I could speak. And then we went to Los Angeles so I could speak. Nobody told me after the surgery that I wasn't supposed to go up and down on airlines, right? Because that's not good for the circulation in your blood veins, especially after surgery. Well, my left leg began to swell like an elephant leg. This leg for 3 years was a fat elephant leg from my groin all the way down to my ankle. It was an elephant leg. After 3 years of that, I finally convinced my physician to refer me. So she referred me to a vascular surgeon. Cynthia and I went to the vascular surgeon in Puyallup. We were in the office, and he had one of his gals lube up my leg and do a sonogram. So she's doing a sonogram from my groin to my knee, and she's, lubed up the leg, and she's like doing the sonogram, and then all of a sudden, oh my God! Like, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say anything. Don't worry. Oh my God! I'm like, what? Oh, let me look over here at this other leg. So she lubed up my right leg, and she looked over here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, let me look over here. Oh my God! And I'm like, what's going on? I can't tell you. I'm sorry. So she goes out of the room, in the hallway, And she's talking with the vascular surgeon. You can hear them talking, but you can't hear what they're saying because the door's closed. The vascular surgeon comes into the office, sits down. Cynthia and I are there. And he says, let me begin by telling you just how lucky you are. I'm like, okay, what? He said, you should be dead. What? You should be dead. What do you mean? He said, you had what I would call a big-ass DVT, deep vein thrombosis. You had a major blood clot from your groin to your knee, the whole way. He said, if you came into my office with that clot intact, I would tell you to prepare your affairs. Because you're going to die. You're going to die. Because if I operated, you're dead. If I gave you medication to dissolve this blood clot, you're dead. If it breaks up on its own, you're dead. You should be dead. In my 25 years of being a vascular surgeon, I have never seen anybody live through that. You should be dead. Cynthia and I sat in his office, hearing him say over again for about 45 minutes, you should be dead, you should be dead, you should be dead. And we had to finally dismiss him from the appointment so we could go on with the rest of our day. We had other errands to run. How many of you have dismissed your physician from your appointments? Okay, very few of you. Yeah, right. So, anyway. So 2 months later, no, actually March, April, May, June, July, 4 months later, Cynthia and I are in the Southern Oregon habituation area. It's over 100 degrees during the day, cools down to 70 at night. We're in our sleeping bags in the basement, but it's too warm at night to be in the sleeping bag, so we have the flap on top opened up and we're covered with sheets so we're not so hot. And we're sleeping. You know, the sheet is to keep bugs off. And we're sleeping. And in the middle of the night, in the dark, I feel this large hand going from my groin to my knee and back. And I feel this energy coming from this hand that's going back and forth from my groin to my knee. Back and forth, back and forth. And then I hear it mind speak to another one next to me. Telepathy. And it says his leg is still okay. Still okay? You were the guys that healed my blood clot because the vascular surgeon said I should be dead. And he just said his leg is still okay. And then the hand moved down to my crotch for a few minutes. And I felt this energy going back and forth. And this was not sexual. It was going back and forth. And then I heard him say to the other one, his prostate is still okay. Now what you don't know is at age 35, I was diagnosed with prostatitis, which is young for that diagnosis. I almost ended up in the hospital on 2 occasions because of my prostatitis. And he said to the other one, his prostatitis, his prostate, is still okay. And then the hand moved up to my stomach, and it rubbed the upper left-hand side of my stomach for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Not a couple minutes, not a couple minutes, but 30 minutes. Upper left-hand side, going round and round, and I could feel this energy. And after 30 minutes, I heard him say to the other one, his stomach is okay now. And what you don't know is the month prior, Cynthia had to take me to the emergency room on 2 occasions because I was bent over in pain because my stomach felt like somebody jabbed a knife in it. And they did a CAT scan, and they found a growth in my intestinal tract about the size of a golf ball that looked like a possible cancerous tumor. And he said after 30 minutes, his stomach is okay now. 2 days later after that, Cynthia and I were back in Puyallup, Washington. And I went in for my appointment with the snake, the colonoscopy. He went up my butt twice. I woke up afterwards, he's looking at me, and he is totally puzzled. He said, I went up your butt twice, and I couldn't find a thing. Here it is in the CAT scan. It's there. But I went up your butt twice, and it's gone. I can't find a thing. The Bigfoot Forest People are healers. I have brought other people up there with me who have been healed. Steve Bachman has been healed. Mike Kincaid has been healed. I've had other people that have had other issues that have gone up there. They've been worked on. They've been healed. The Bigfoot Forest People are healers.